CrossFit Humanity. Coach Stephanie here, Cardio Core, May 24th, 9 a.m. Very excited today. We've got two 15-minute AMRAPs with 2-minute rest between. The goal with these workouts is, lots of good full general movement, functional movement, but a lot of movement in an effort to make sure that if you'd like to do the workout MRF with us tomorrow at 10 a.m., Zoom, check your email for the details, then this workout will allow you to still be able to perform MRF tomorrow, but it's a nice, it's got a little kick to it. So you'll still get some good work today, but you should also not feel too destroyed for tomorrow if that's something you want to do. And then along with that, we will also be giving you modifications, different rep schemes, and just more information on how to tackle the workout MRF without necessarily maybe doing the whole thing if you want to scale it down. So check out that tomorrow. But for today, here's what we've got. You need one piece of equipment or two if you'd like to jump rope. So I have a dumbbell here. I've got one 25-pound dumbbell. A kettlebell might be a little too high for these Renegade rows coming up, so maybe a dumbbell if you have it. If you don't have any weight, that's okay. I'll give you an option. So here's what we have. First 15-minute AMRAP. So as many rounds as possible. You're going to do 100 jump ropes. So that's single jump ropes, one jump per rope revolution. If you're working on your double under, just chop that number in half, so 50 double unders. If you don't have a jump rope, since I'm inside today, I'm not going to be using a jump rope. I'm just going to do kind of lateral hops that we're going to do in the warm-up. I'm just going to do them here on the floor using my mat as the kind of the line of the divider. Okay, so first scratch jump rope, and then you're going to go 20 dumbbell deadlifts. I'll give you, when we review the movements after the warm-up, I'll give you a couple options on how to perform the deadlift. The mechanics are still the same, good back position, hip hinge, all of that. But if you want to go single arm, you can hold the dumbbell between your feet. There's some options for your deadlift today, and I will show you this. Next, you've got 10 single arm dumbbell push press. So taking the dumbbell into one arm and going overhead with it. Now, if you have one dumbbell, the weight of the dumbbell might be determined by that push press. So if you have multiple dumbbells, you can totally use that, but maybe something a little bit on the lighter end for the shoulder to overhead. And then 5 single arm dumbbell Renegade rows. So we're going to be top of the push-up, and you're going to pull the dumbbell up and back down. Again, I'll show you those in a moment. We're going to go 2-minute rest after that first 15-minute AMRAP. And then our second 15-minute AMRAP, no equipment necessary. This is much more of a body weight AMRAP. So you go 50 mountain climbers, and I'm going to give you some variations of the mountain climbers so you can make them a little bit more challenging if you want, or a little bit easier if you want. 40 air squats. Now, if you're doing MRF tomorrow, you can chop this number in half. You can just slow it down. My goal is to make sure that you're not doing too many squats for today. So if you'd like to just adjust that number, totally fine. You can also do lunges. Okay, so 40 total lunges, just stepping back. 30 quadruped opposites. Again, I will show you that. But that's a nice just core stabilization movement. We've got jumping jack squats and then 10 V-ups. Okay, so like I said, I'll show you all of these movements when we get there. But this second 15-minute AMRAP for me, since I'm going to be with everybody on MRF tomorrow, I'm going to use this as just nice general movement. I'm not going to go too fast, so not too many rounds, but just focusing on quality movement for that. Okay, so now we go to our warm-up, 5-minute AMRAP for our warm-up, 30 lateral hops. You've got 10 banded good mornings. I don't have a band today, and so I'm just going to do regular good mornings. I'm just going to put my hands on my hips, hinge from there. 10 band pull-aparts or scap push-ups. So if you have that band, setting the shoulders down your back and kind of opening and squeezing your shoulder blades together and then bringing them back together. I'm going to opt for those scap push-ups today, so we're still getting that good shoulder blade movement, but just slightly different. And then 10 air squats. You can also go lunge. I'm going to make these kind of stretchy, so I may adjust the amount here that I do. So I just want to kind of stretch out into the squat. So again, just manage, if you're doing MRF tomorrow, just manage the squats here. And if you need to change those to lunges, totally okay. All right, so if you have a band, grab it. We're gonna start this 5-minute AMRAP warm-up, and then we'll go back through the workout one more time, warm up the movements, chat about them real quick, and then we'll hit this workout. All right. Okay, so let's get everybody all set. And maybe Jessie will make another appearance. I'm sure she will. Okay, so starting with the warm-up, 5-minute AMRAP, 30 lateral hops, 10 banded good morning. Again, you can wrap the band around the shoulders or just kind of focus on this nice hip hinge. We're going to keep pushing that hip crease back every time we bow. Okay, pull aparts, we know, and scat push-ups if you don't have the band, and then 10 air squats. All right, I am ready. Now, because I'm inside, I also don't have shoes on, and I've talked about this before. Sometimes I like working out without shoes. It gives you a really nice, full kind of grounded feeling against your feet because you can feel the floor. And growing up as a ballet dancer, I'm used to being barefoot sometimes. So we've got 5 minutes on the clock. Clock guy will talk to you. We got a 10-second countdown. 10-second countdown, and then we hit this warm up. All right, here we go. 3. There we go. 2, 1, and go. All right, so 30 lateral hops. You can also start warming up the jump rope if you feel like that works for you. All right, and I'm going to go 10 good mornings or 10 banded good mornings if that's what you got. So everybody soft bend in the knees, pull those ribs in, push the hips back, feel the stretch in the hammies, squeeze your butt to stand. Okay. Keep pushing your hips back every time. And 9 and 10. Good. All right, if you've got that band, hold it out in front, drop the shoulder blades down, squeeze the band, pull them apart, and then back down. If you don't have a band, scat push-ups. I'm going to start on my knees just for this first round. So hands under the shoulders, shoulder blades together as the chest drops down, shoulder blades rounded and apart. You're going to go 10 of those. And so whatever movement you're doing, we're just trying to warm up the shoulder blades. We got some push, we got some pull. Okay. All right, and then after you're done with that, you've got 10 squats. Again, I'm going to take this first round a little stretchier. Okay, so did lots of step-ups yesterday, so I'm a little bit sore. Ooh. Yes. Good morning, Sunday squat. That's why we're doing them stretchy. Is a little tired today. Oh, cool. Okay, so still have about a little less than 3 minutes to go. So let's keep moving. Okay. All right.
Ain't gonna make this any easier. Let's go.
That is true, timer man. We are in a warm-up, so we're good. So that means that we're halfway. All right. And I'm going to start again on my knees here. Just really get those shoulders warm, moving. All right. Whew. Okay, all right, we're coming up on a little less than 90 seconds. Okay, keep moving here. And hopefully as we're going through our warm-up, you might notice any place that needs a little extra attention today. If you're finding those places throughout our movement prep, just spend a little extra time on some mobility, just get that some blood flow to that area. Okay, got about a minute left.
60 seconds.
Feel like one of those birds on a desk where it's just like, it's supposed to be kind of like a metronome. You're just like dink and up and dink and up. Every time we do good mornings, I think of that. All right. Oh, scaps. Pull aparts or scap push-ups. About 15 seconds. Do a couple more squats just to make sure it feels right. 3, 2, 1. Time. Resting. Great effort, everybody. And your warm up. Yeah, let me move this up so we can see everything. There we go. Cool. All right, maybe that's not good. Okay, that's actually not going to work. I want you guys to see. Okay, so let's start warming up the movements that we've got going on today. Okay, so if you have your jump rope, hopefully you've already warmed that up, given that we did some lateral hops in the warm-up. If you need a couple reps to just, make sure your doubles are there if you're doing it, go for that now. Okay. If you are using one dumbbell for everything, we'll take that dumbbell for the deadlift, and I'll show you a couple different options, okay? So, like I said, the movement of the deadlift is the same across the board. So whether you're doing whichever, version you're doing, it's always a hinge. Back position is always good. We're always pushing our butt back. Try to stay in those heels, okay? So if you have that dumbbell and you want to do double hand, okay, I'm going to recommend that you're going to get your feet a little wider than your deadlift, normal deadlift, okay? You're going to open the chest, pull the ribs down so we get a really nice front and back active position through the core and upper back muscles. Let's go soft bend of the knees, push your butt back. You're going to reach down for the dumbbell, grab the top head, and then just squeeze your butt to stand, okay? Let's do 5 of those. 3, 4, and 5, okay? Your other option, okay, so in the workout it calls for 20. Your other option, instead of doing 20 this way, you can step to the side and do single arm, 10 on each side, okay? Now the only difference is that you're gonna probably have to get your butt down a little bit lower because the range of motion requires a little bit more. Feet are now a little bit narrower than maybe your deadlift or your normal deadlift, okay? And then everything in the upper back applies. We're gonna stand up, sit the butt back to stand, okay? So you do 10 on each side. So you guys need to decide which version of deadlift you do today. I'm probably gonna stick with the double dumbbell or the double hand dumbbell between the feet version, okay? Then you've got your single arm dumbbell push press. Okay, before we get there, let's do a couple shoulder rolls. So bring those shoulders up to the ears. Ooh, I got a little pop. And back down, that's where we do it. Up towards the ears, back and around one more time. Up and around, good. Now when we finish the dumbbell push press, I want you to bring that bicep close to the ear. You're pushing tall so that we have a really straight overhead position, okay? With the dumbbell you have, or if you have a lighter one, let's go ahead and do 3 on each side, okay? So keeping that elbow in close, dumbbell points forward, dip, just bend those knees a little bit, want to weight still on my heels, squeeze my legs, punch the dumbbell overhead, okay? You got 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? Let's do 3 on the other side. Here we go, dip, punch, 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right. And then let's go for the Renegade row. Okay. Renegade row is going to require that we lock out those elbows for a good strong plank position. Legs are really active, and then we're pulling with one arm. You're going to do 3 on each side. Okay. You're going to get top of a push-up. Pull that elbow up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. Let's switch sides. Okay. Up, 2, 3. Okay. Your goal is to try to keep your hips level on that. Sometimes it gets hard, fatigue. Just sometimes we need to shift the hips a little bit, but we're going to try to keep it as level as possible. Okay. So those are the 4 movements for the first part of your workout today. The 5 movements for the second part: mountain climbers. Okay. You can go classic. I'll show you this way. You can go classic version where you're bringing your knees in this way. You can go wide if you want a little bit more jump. It's going to slow you down a little bit, but it's a nice version. So you can do either of those. So do a couple of the version you want to do. Air squat we already went over. Heels flat as always. Sit your butt back. Keep your chest up. And then knees should just line up with your toes. Okay? We've got, quadruped opposites. Yes. Right. So this movement, you're going to stay static. You're not going anywhere. Okay? So we're going to start hands and knees. So tabletop position. Okay? I'm going to tuck my toes under and just lift my knees just a little bit off the ground. I'm going to lift my right hand and left foot and then put it back down. And I'm going to do the opposite and put it back down. One lift of hand and foot is 1. You're going to go back and forth like that 30 total times. Okay? Jumping jack squats. You've got 20 of those. So all we're looking for is starting with the feet together. When you jump your feet out wide, we're going to squat. So there's a little jump here. Okay. And like I said, if you're doing Murph tomorrow and you'd like to skip the squats, you can do lunges instead, or just drop the number down that you do each round. And then last movement, be up. Okay. You can do bent knees or straight legs, but what we're looking for is for you to start all the way down, come up, and then back down, up, and back down. Let's have you do 4 of those just to decide if you want to keep your legs straight or bend your knees. Now, officially, it starts in a hollow. If you want to start all the way down on the floor and then, kind of close yourself like a book and then back down, that's totally okay as well. All right. So those of you live with me, if there are any questions, please feel free to write in the chat and I'll get an answer to you, hopefully. And I think we might be ready. So I'm going to start the clock, or I'm going to set the clock up here. So work is 15 minutes, rest is 2 rounds, perfect, 32 minutes. Okay. Now, like I said, because I'm going to be with you guys for Murph tomorrow, I'm going to take both of these workouts as more of general movement and just kind of enjoying moving on a Sunday morning. If you're feeling like you want to kick butt, stay ahead of me. So don't let me lap you, or don't, go a little bit faster. As long as your movement is good, just go for it, okay? All right. I think we're ready to do this. Cool. All right. Oh, she sees a bug. Oh, you can't see her in there. What are you doing? Jessie the cat is being funny. All right. So we got this. We've got this. So make sure you can see. Okay, good. You can see the clock. And I'll let you guys know as we get closer to the end of that 15 minutes where we are. But like I said, enjoy this workout, do what you need to do, and then I'll see you guys in about 32 minutes. Okay? All right, 10-second countdown. Starts with 100 jump rope, 50 doubles, or 100 lateral hops. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and Gotta make it interesting. 50. Maybe. 90. 100. What? That was bananas. That was, whew, okay. All right, here we go. So whatever movement you're doing, make sure that back is set, the ribs are down, and you're pushing your butt back every time you reach down and touch the dumbbell to the floor, okay? Try to squeeze your butt at the top, full hip extension. Nineteen, 19, and 20. Yeah. The CrossFit EMOM from Thursday, which had, I think, or no, it was from Friday, which had like 15 dumbbell or deadlifts every minute. Woo! You went heavy on that. You're gonna feel that. Okay, so now I've got 10 on each side, single arm dumbbell push press. Again, let's find that full overhead movement, ribs down, bicep by the ear. Nine, 10. 10. All right. On these Renegade bar, try to keep those hips kind of quiet, not swiveling too much side to side as you pull. Feet a little wider will help your base of support. All right, round one done. Cool, so we're coming up on 11 minutes. I think that might be the hardest part. What the hell? Excuse you. What? Calves are gonna be a little bit. Okay. Keep pushing that butt back on the deadlift if you're there. Try not to make this a squat. So that knee bend is not that major. If you look at how I'm lifting, my knees bend, but they don't go forward. My butt pushes back. I lost count. That's okay. We'll do 8 more. Six, 7, and 8. Okay. One overhead. So I've got a 25-pounder here. Mostly, like I said, because we got Murph coming up tomorrow, but it's also because that push press, I gotta make sure it's manageable for set 10. All right, coming up on 8 minutes. Back to these lateral hops. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. What is happening? Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Oops. Holy moly. Lateral hops. And 19 and 20. Okay, let's see. You guys have coming up on 5.5 minutes. Eight, 9, 10. delaying not wanting to do those lateral hops. They're what you're getting me today. What? Whew. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Coming up on 4 minutes. Definitely enough time for another round. Okay. 100. 3 minutes. Fourteen, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Yes, Jesse, all the dogs are out there. Go see them. All right, let's see. It's coming up on 2 minutes. Definitely enough time for me to get back to those lateral hops. That's very exciting. Whew. 8, 9, 10. Minute 20. Darn it, I'm going to end on lateral hops. Wow. I know, Jesse. More. All right, let's see. 53 seconds. Oh, good. One. $70. Oh, 15 cents. $99, 100. What? Okay, now we have 2 minutes of rest. Ugh, lateral hops. It was perfect timing though. But man, mountain climbers. Ah. All right, so 2 minutes of rest. Another 15 minutes. We have 50 mountain climbers, 40 air squats, 30 quadruped opposites. Remember, lifting opposite hand and foot in that tabletop position. 20 jumping squats, 10 V-ups. This round of workout the round might take you a little longer than this one. So, maybe I'm hoping maybe for 3 rounds. We'll see. Again, I'm trying to take it a little easy, so tomorrow I can crush it and hopefully not take an hour and a half. More like an hour. We'll see. Man. Who says you can't get sweaty indoors? All right, 45 seconds. Again, you have some options for those mountain climbers. You can go knees to chest or knees to nose, or you can go kind of that wide mountain climber. We did that a couple classes ago. Oh, 27 seconds. So there's a lot more core in this one, so let that be the focus. Like keep the middle active the whole time. 13 seconds. No, I want more rest. No. 10 seconds. No, I need more rest. Not really. We're okay. We're good. All right. 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep that butt down. Ooh, hip flexors. Damn. All right. 40 squats. Again, on these 40 squats, you can lunge. So it would be 20 each side. Like I said, I'm going to take this easy. I did a bunch of step-ups yesterday. Just take a little shake out. Almost there. 18, 19, 20. Those 2 sets of 20. Just so you know, my count is not incorrect. All right. Oh yeah. Quadraped opposites. Trying to keep that back flat. Core is the stabilizer here. Remember, lifting opposite hand and foot is 1. Then go through 30 reps. Quads might burn a little bit on this from those mountain climbers. All right, so I did 15. Remember, imagine you've got like a glass of water or your favorite cheat meal or whatever it is kind of on your lower back. And you're trying really hard not to let those hips swivel side to side as to dump out or let the plate of delicious food fall to the floor. Okay, keep those hips really quiet. Okay, all right. Jumping jack squats, you've got 20.
Think about good squat position here when you land your feet flat, hips back. Nine, 10. Rest there. Oh. All right. Another set. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Ooh, quads. Coming up on 10 minutes to go. Got 10 V-ups now. Hip flex my quad today. Oh, did you get it in your food bowl? That's not what we want. Okay, round 1 done. So now let's see. 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Wow. Whew, that gets burned for sure. Uh-oh, I need a water bowl this time. You crazy lady. The cat here does not care for purchased cat toys. I'm gonna start my squats here. She prefers twist ties or Q-tips, hair ties. So that's just what we do. It's fine. We don't buy her toys. We just use what we have around the house. And she prefers that. It's kind of fun. And 19 and 20. Okay. 8 minutes to go. Oh, thank you. Where'd it go? All right. So let's see, you guys have about a little less than 7 minutes. Okay. Okay. Whew. My goodness. Oh, okay. You can do this. Ten. Let's start with 10. Okay. All right, less than 5 minutes. All right. Coming up on about 4 minutes and 15 seconds here. Lots of hip flexors. Lots of it. What is it, Jesse? What's all the commotion? That's what happens. All the animals go crazy. All right, I'm dawdling. I'm not gonna dawdle. Here we go. Right. 50. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's see, 40 squats. $20. Okay. 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes, everybody. My cat Jessie is tapped out. She's all done now. She don't play that game anymore. Let's see. Ooh, 1 minute 45. Let's see. 20. Woo-hoo. Okay. Oh, 1 minute, 20 seconds. Keep moving, guys. Hopefully you're staying ahead of me, or if you're doing what I'm doing, we're just kind of going at a nice pace here. You know, keeping the heart rate up, but, you know, more of an active recovery day, so that tomorrow's really good. Woo, we get one. Okay. 45 seconds. Almost there. 6. Whew. 18 seconds. 9. 10. Okay. 12. And time. Okay. Whew. I'm just gonna take a seat for a sec. It's a nice little Sunday morning movement fest. A little bit of everything. Lots of core on that second piece, which I was really happy with. You know, those quadruped opposites definitely force you to stay really stable. And I think just overall, looking at all the movements we did today, you know, we got cardio, we got a hinge, we got a squat, we got a push, or we got a press, we got a pull, and then lots of core. So overall, I think it was a good day. So before we go, just like 2 stretches. And then if you're into yoga, it's coming up at 11. Or if you're not joining me live, just go ahead and check out the yoga from Sunday. It's going to have some movements as recovery, but also just a nice general Sunday flow, like always. So let's go ahead and stretch out real quick. Okay. So we'll start the left foot forward, right foot back. Now, you're going to take your hips and point them forward in the same direction as that left foot. That back heel is going to be down, and if you can, back toes at about 1 o'clock. That would allow you to square out the hips more, but also have a nice base of support so that you can go ahead and fold over that front leg. You can grab the shin, you can place the fingertips on the floor, you can prop the dumbbell up to give you a little bit of support. Either way, we're looking for a stretch in the back of the left thigh. Good. All right, hands to your hips. And go ahead and stand on up, and then we're just going to switch sides. So the right foot comes forward, the left foot steps back. Again, we're going to take our hips and point them in the same direction as, woo, that front foot. Back heel is down, toes at about 11 o'clock, and a base of support with your feet that you can balance with, okay? And then let's just go ahead and fold over the right leg. Good. All right, let's go ahead and hands to the hips, standing all the way up. Good. And then you can do this next stretch either seated, sitting on the shins, standing. We're just going to tackle the neck real quick from the pressing and the overhead and the pulling. The right hand goes around the lower back. Long neck here, draw the shoulders away from your ears. Take your left ear and just gently draw down towards the left shoulder. You're going to start to feel a stretch right along the right side of the neck and even into the top track there. If you want to play around a little bit, drawing your chin down, we'll transition the stretch around the back of the neck, lifting the chin up. We'll pull the stretch more into the front. So just angle your chin in a position that hits the stretch where you need it to be. So for example, for me today, I'm liking a little bit more neutral neck, and I'm just going to get right on top of that trap there. My traps tend to get really tight. I know it's a nice hanger for your shirt, but they still can get really tight and then cause some neck things. All right, let's go ahead and gently bring your head back up. Let's go ahead and swap the other hand around. Shoulders away from the ears, right ear, right shoulder. And then again, playing with the angle of the chin. So like today, lifting my chin up a little bit more is pretty good. Ooh, I did some handstand shoulder taps yesterday, so things just get tight, especially for me during this isolation time or just being at home. My left side gets a little bit tighter than my right. So something that when you notice things like that, take care of it. All right, go ahead and gently bring your head back up. Whew, shake it out. All right, guys, I'm sweaty. Hopefully you are sweaty and had a nice workout today. Again, tomorrow will be Murph. Details to follow in our Sunday email. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave it in the notes below or hit me up in the chat before we leave. And we will hopefully see you in the gym soon. We're working hard to get ready and set so that as soon as we can, we'll be open. All right, have a wonderful Sunday, wonderful rest of your weekend, and then I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much.